Hello, YouTube. This is Lone Pantheist. As some of you may know, there was a shooting in Connecticut. Apparently, 18 children have died, and a total of 27 people were killed. It's the worst mass shooting at an elementary school in the history of America. Um, Now, of course, our first reactions is gun control. Thinking about the loss of life that has transpired just in the course of the last couple of hours now as I'm uploading this video. Um, and we see this tragedy at the Zeke Temple. We've seen it at the movie theater in Colorado. Way back in the day when I was little, we saw it with Columbine. And we're seeing this more and more. But the problem is people are concentrating on the gun control aspect. Now, back long ago in America, a person used to be able to buy TNT at a corner store. Okay, we didn't have a whole lot of gun control back then. For the better half, or for the better majority of the United States of America's history. We didn't have tragedies like this. I mean, we had Civil War and all, but after that, we didn't have, mass shootings. I mean, there's a reason why all these shootings from the theater to the school are going in the record books, and there's also a reason why it's happening now. Okay, there's something very wrong, very seriously wrong with how our society is run in America. This could go to the gangs, in the inner cities. This can go to the shootings that we've just seen. There's something very wrong with the development of our society, and I think that in the coming days we need to really think about why these things are happening in our society more and more now, especially in the past 5 years. We've seen a whole lot of these incidents. That's something that I think we really need to think about instead of just saying let's ban gun control. That ain't gonna solve anything. It just makes it to where they're not gonna be able to kill people as easy. Maybe that would solve some things, but a crazy person's a crazy person. Okay, so hopefully maybe we need new mental health evaluation of our nation. But another thing is why we need that. I mean, we could, I guess, say the recession, but why do we live in a society now? I mean, during the Great Depression, you had a lot of suicides, but now in this recession, we're seeing a lot of people killing their families. And it's not just one ethnic group. Cause, you got inner city gangs stuff like that, but it seems to be going through all the ethnic groups. So I mean, it's not just something that we say, oh well, it's this ethnic group's problem or that one's or whatever. This is something that is seriously wrong with our society as a whole. Okay, I don't know exactly what it is. I can't really point my finger onto it. There's a lot of things, a lot of factors in this society that could be causing these problems. But I don't think gun control would solve it. I really don't. I think that people just start using knives and whatever weapon they can get a hold of or concoct with their with their little cookbooks or whatever. And it's a sad situation, but there's just something really wrong with our society and how it's been run. Something really wrong with the culture. And no, it's not because we're becoming less and less Christian. Europe has a whole mess of people that don't go to church. I mean, I think church attendance in most of those countries is like only 5%. And it's been doing pretty well with the occasion of riots, which do tend to be religion-driven riots. So I don't think that's it. Because we're seeing this happen just in America, and we're not really seeing this happen in some other countries. We don't see this happen really as bad as in Japan. We do kind of see this happen in China, but not necessarily in Japan. Japan, is mostly Buddhist and Shinto. A huge portion of atheists. Once again, you don't see this happening. So there's something that we need to evaluate within our culture, not necessarily our belief system, but how our culture perceives things. and it has to be something that is a new development rather recently within the last couple of decades, and see where how that has caused the likelihood of these events to become more and more frequent. Anyway, that's all I want to say. It's a tragedy, and just like with the Zeke Temple, just like with the theater in Colorado, we really need America really needs to do a self-reflection right now. Um, that's all I got for us today, YouTube. I'll probably post some more videos, probably not on this subject. But I just wanted to throw in my little 2 cents. I don't think gun control is going to work. I think that this is something that has to do with our culture and not necessarily our laws and gun control and stuff like that. I think this has something to do with how the average American has their particular outlook on society and how it just facilitates mental health problems. So anyway, I think it's time as a nation we do a detailed self-reflection of ourselves, not just us personally, but also of our culture. Evaluate, see what's going on, and that's really what I think that we have to do. That's really what I think we have to concentrate on. Anyway, see you around YouTube.